A billionaire sat in front of his laptop in a magnificent residence in 2017. Alexandre Cazes was his true name, but he was known as Alpha 02 on the internet. As he controlled the largest criminal enterprise in the history of the internet, his fingers flew across the keyboard. Out of nowhere, a thunderous boom shattered the stillness. Alpha 02 looked up as it heard the sound of metal hitting metal. A gray Toyota Camry had just crashed into the front gate outside. Two women exited the vehicle, and one of them appeared to be upset. Alpha 02 was unaware that they were undercover officers working for the Royal Thai Police. He also had no knowledge that this catastrophe was the result of months of planning by law enforcement agencies from 7 different countries. When Alpha 02 came outdoors, scores of undercover agents were already in place. The Thai police were waiting for the signal, and they were disguised as a phony electrician, a claimed gardener, and even a couple professing to be interested in buying a house in the neighborhood. Agents from the FBI and DEA were watching the operation as it was happening from a temporary control room. Meanwhile, in Lithuania, another team was ready to take over Alpha Bay's servers. The strategy was straightforward, but it was also quite dangerous. They had to catch Alpha 02 with his laptop turned on and unlocked, since if he managed to close it, all of its content would be encrypted automatically. Alpha 02 walked out of his house without shoes on, wearing sports shorts, and went over to the Toyota to see how badly it was damaged. That was when the agents came out of their hiding places. Alpha 02 tried to flee back inside, perhaps to turn off his laptop, but he was tackled before he could get to the door. The undercover electrician ran into the bedroom while the officers were holding him back. An Asus gaming laptop with red letters on it was sitting on a desk there. The screen was still on, and the Alpha Bay admin account was still logged in. Think about creating a platform similar to Amazon, but instead of selling legal things, everything on it would be illegal. That was Alpha Bay. It had more than 400,000 users and 369,000 things listed, and it handled between $600,000 and $800,000 in transactions per day. It was 10 times larger than Silk Road, the notorious dark web marketplace that many people thought could not be defeated. Alpha Bay was a digital empire that was constructed on 3 main components: Bitcoin for anonymous payments, the Tor network to conceal user connections, and a reputation system similar to eBay's that encouraged trust among criminals. In December 2014, while people around the world were celebrating the holiday season, a 23-year-old man named Alexandre Cazes, who lived in Canada, wrote the final commands to create Alpha Bay. At first, his goal was not too ambitious: to create a marketplace that sold stolen credit card information. Cazes had a larger goal in mind: to build the eBay of the criminal underground. Although similar markets already existed on the dark web, Cazes wanted to take things to the next level. He accomplished it more quickly than anyone would have thought possible. In just 90 days, 14,000 new users had signed up. That was just the start of something much bigger. Have you ever thought about how drugs are offered online? Shopping on Alpha Bay is as simple as shopping on Amazon. It included a search engine, filters, categories, and a review system, all of which were supposed to be easy to use. Trust was the most important thing. The platform introduced digital contracts that safeguarded the interests of both buyers and sellers. Its payment procedure was clever. The cryptocurrency payments were kept in escrow until the buyer certified that they had received the merchandise. Alpha Bay originally only accepted Bitcoin, but it eventually added Monero and Ethereum to provide users more choices for anonymous transactions. It was similar to having a Swiss bank account, but it was completely digital and did not require any bothersome inquiries. There were still boundaries in the world of crime. Alpha Bay had 3 golden rules: no child pornography, no hitman services, and curiously, no stolen data from Russian citizens. This final ruling caused some people to become suspicious. Was Alpha 02 from Russia? He frequently signed his messages with the phrase "Take care, brothers," in Russian, even though he was actually Canadian. It was a clever diversion at the time. The business model was straightforward. Alpha 02 charged a commission of 2% to 4% on each transaction. He had a crew to ensure that everything was functioning properly. Snake was his right-hand man, and there were moderators to settle disagreements, and even a public relations manager. By October 2015, Alphabay had expanded to include 200,000 users and 40,000 sellers, which is comparable to the number of people living in a city who are involved in illegal trading. The product catalog had 300,000 listings by the year 2017. Alphabay continued to thrive even as other marketplaces were forced to shut down due to frauds or police raids. Alphabay's focus on detail was what made it different from other platforms. Digital contracts were not merely straightforward agreements. They were completely configurable, enabling intricate transactions that no other marketplace could replicate. The platform employed a Bitcoin tumbler to launder money. This mechanism jumbled cryptocurrency from multiple transactions together so that it could not be tracked. It was like putting marked money in a washing machine and getting back clean currency. Each development made the system more secure, more dependable, and more difficult to track. That was their belief, at the very least. However, Alphabay's demise began with a small error in 2014. When the marketplace debuted, it sent automatic welcome emails to new users. The email information contained the genuine sender's address, pimp.alexis91@hotmail.com. This minor but important detail was disregarded. The error was fixed soon, but it was already too late. One of those early emails had been saved by someone and kept for 2 years. In December 2016, that email came on the desk of Robert Miller, a DEA agent in Fresno, California. It was the first domino to topple over. Miller and his crew tracked the digital trail. The email address directed them to a Skyrock social media site. The profile had outdated images from 2008 of a boy who named himself Alex. He was wearing a gold chain and a flat-brimmed cap. The profile revealed additional information. He was 17 years old at the time and lived in Trois-Rivières, Quebec. The year he was born was the same as the number 91 in his email. The parts of the puzzle were starting to fit together. After that, investigators discovered a forum post from 2008 in which a user named Alpha02 posted a guide on how to remove viruses from photos. He added the same email address at the end of the post. According to his LinkedIn page, he is a successful independent software developer and market analyst. EBX Technologies, the corporation he owned, appeared to be a genuine business, perhaps even too legitimate. It was as if Alexandre Cazes had left a digital trail of breadcrumbs that connected his true identity to his criminal persona. Facebook supplied an additional important component of the puzzle. Cazes was engaged to a woman from Thailand, and his pictures showed a lavish way of life in Bangkok, including mansions, sports cars, and luxury holidays. 3 residences in Bangkok were located by investigators: a house where he resided with his fiancée, a bachelor pad for his private relationships, and a property on the outskirts of the city that was worth $3 million. He owns property in Phuket and was also looking to purchase a villa in Cyprus. Cazes had made some very simple mistakes for someone who has an IQ of 142, according to reports. His arrogance ultimately led to his ruin. Operation Bayonet, which took place in July 2017, was the moment of reckoning. The empire was dismantled as a result of the staged automobile accident, the simultaneous raids in Thailand and Lithuania, and the undercover seizure of Hansa Market. Alexandre Cazes was discovered dead in his prison cell in Bangkok on July 12, 2017, which was 7 days after he was arrested. The official cause of death was suicide by means of a towel. He was scheduled to be sent back to the United States that morning, which made the timing seem suspect. 1 hour of records was strangely missing from the security camera footage. The case prompted more questions than it answered, which has led to conspiracy theories that continue to circulate to this day. Although Alphabay was no longer in existence, the legacy of the dark web will never be the same. In August 2021, a stunning announcement came on darknet forums: Alphabay was back. The declaration made use of the same cryptographic key that Desnake, who was Cazes' previous second-in-command, had employed. Was it indeed him, or was it just another trap set by the authorities? Thanks for watching and subscribing channel.